Imagine an invisible puppeteer dictating your choices, shaping your perceptions, all without you realizing it. This unseen maestro resides within you. Your own brain, a magnificent organ, is also a master illusionist, constantly weaving narratives and making judgments you accept as truth, yet are often anything but. Every day, from trivial to life-altering choices, your mind silently whispers biases, steering your path in directions you never consciously intended. This is the most intimate deception. Your cognitive process is tricking you, making you believe you're in control, even when you're furthest from it. Consider the job interview. Two equally qualified candidates, one male, one female. Despite identical resumes, the male is unconsciously perceived as more assertive, the female as aggressive. Or the retail store, where security guards disproportionately follow certain ethnic customers, convinced by unchecked stereotypes. Perhaps you've judged someone instantly based on appearance or accent, a judgment later proven false, but which already colored your interaction. These aren't isolated incidents, they are pervasive, unconscious biases, subtle distortions infiltrating our perception, memory, and decisions, often with profound consequences. How does this invisible enemy operate? Our brains are incredible pattern recognition machines, designed to process vast information quickly. To cope, they develop mental shortcuts or heuristics, allowing rapid judgments without excessive energy. This evolutionary advantage, however, comes at a cost. These shortcuts often rely on stereotypes, past experiences, and cultural conditioning, leading to assumptions not based on present reality. Your brain, in its tireless effort to simplify, categorizes, labels, and predicts, often sacrificing accuracy for speed, creating a distorted lens through which you view the world, yourself, and others. The implications of these deeply embedded biases are staggering. They fuel prejudices, perpetuate inequalities, and erode trust. In healthcare, they lead to misdiagnosis or inadequate treatment. In the legal system, they can sway juries, influence sentencing, and deny justice. In our personal lives, they sabotage relationships, limit opportunities, and prevent true understanding. These aren't malicious acts of conscious discrimination. They are insidious errors of judgment, born from our cognitive architecture. The tragedy lies in our unawareness, believing our decisions rational and objective, when often they are products of this silent, internal puppeteer. But what if you could pull back the curtain on this mental theater? What if you could identify the subtle cues, the telltale signs, of your brain's most convincing illusions? This journey isn't about guilt, it's about liberation. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge to see the world with unprecedented clarity. We will explore the hidden mechanisms of unconscious bias. We'll uncover how these biases are formed, where they manifest, and most importantly, how you can detect them, challenge them, and ultimately, reclaim true agency over your thoughts and actions. Prepare to confront the invisible enemy within and unlock a more equitable, rational, and conscious way of living. And so, we confront the unsettling truth. Your brain, this marvel of evolution, isn't always seeking objective reality. Instead, it's a master of efficiency, honed over millennia to ensure survival in a dangerous world. Imagine our ancestors on the savannah. A rustle in the bushes required an immediate, snap judgment, friend or foe. There was no time for meticulous, logical analysis. This primal need for rapid decision-making etched deep grooves into our neural pathways, shaping the very architecture of our minds. These aren't flaws, they are features, inherited survival mechanisms that, while once vital, now often lead us astray. These ingrained shortcuts are what psychologists call heuristics. They are mental rules of thumb, ingrained patterns of thought allowing us to make quick assessments without expending excessive cognitive energy. Think of them as your brain's autopilot system. When you see a shadow that looks like a snake, your brain triggers a danger response almost instantly. While useful for avoiding immediate threats, this same mechanism applies to social judgments, financial decisions, and even how we interpret news. Our brains constantly fill gaps, making assumptions, and drawing conclusions based on limited information, prioritizing speed over precision, often leading to systematic errors. This dual processing system, famously explored by Daniel Kahneman, divides our cognition into two distinct modes. There's System 1, fast, automatic, intuitive, and emotional. It operates effortlessly, constantly generating impressions, feelings, and inclinations. It's responsible for recognizing faces or reacting to sudden noises. System 1 is a magnificent engine of intuition, but it's also the primary source of our cognitive biases. It loves a good story, even if incomplete or inaccurate, and constructs coherent narratives from fragmented data, often without checking the facts. This is where many erroneous beliefs take root, bypassing conscious scrutiny. Then there's System 2, the slow, effortful, deliberate, and logical part of our brain. This is the system we think is in charge. It's responsible for complex calculations, sustained attention, and rational decision-making. Ideally, System 2 would monitor and correct System 1's impulsive judgments. But here lies a crucial part of the dark secret. System 2 is inherently lazy. It demands effort, energy, and focused attention. In a world saturated with information, our System 2 is often too fatigued or simply unwilling to engage in the rigorous analysis needed to challenge System 1's quick conclusions. We frequently default to the path of least resistance. The insidious interplay between these two systems creates a powerful illusion. System 1 offers a plausible, often emotionally satisfying narrative, which System 2 frequently endorses instead of critically evaluating, fabricating post hoc justifications for beliefs it didn't even originate. This isn't a failure of intelligence. It's a fundamental design feature of the human mind, optimized for survival and efficiency, not objective truth. The darkest secret, our own brain, in its quest to quickly make sense of a chaotic world, actively constructs a reality that is often skewed, incomplete, and profoundly influenced by these ancient, powerful, unconscious mechanisms. We've journeyed deep into the neural pathways, understanding the primal architecture that predisposes us to cognitive shortcuts. But how do these intricate mechanisms, these evolutionary design choices, manifest in the tangible fabric of our daily lives? The answer is startlingly simple, yet profoundly impactful. They appear as invisible traps, meticulously laid in mundane scenarii. OS, subtly guiding our hands, our wallets, and our judgments without our conscious consent. Imagine stepping into a bustling marketplace, a seemingly innocent arena of free choice, where every decision is a delicate dance with unseen puppeteers. Consider the classic scenario of a sale. You see a product marked down from $100 to $70. A fantastic deal, right? Your brain, specifically its System 1, quickly latches onto the initial anchor of $100, making $70 seem incredibly attractive, even if the item's true market value is closer to $60. This is anchoring bias at play, expertly manipulating your perception of value. You feel smart for grabbing a bargain, unaware that the initial, higher price was merely a psychological tool, a phantom reference designed to make you overspend. The thrill of the deal overrides rational analysis, robbing you of an optimal financial decision. Now, let's shift from purchases to people. Picture meeting someone new for the first time. Perhaps they have a confident posture, an articulate way of speaking, and a charming smile. Instantly, your brain might attribute positive qualities, intelligence, honesty, competence, purely based on those initial, superficial impressions. This is the halo effect, where one positive trait casts a halo over all others, blinding you to potential flaws. Conversely, a less polished appearance or an unfamiliar accent can trigger the opposite, a horn's effect, leading to unfair, rapid judgments that slam shut doors before real interaction, effectively stealing opportunities for genuine connection. The news cycle, a constant stream of information, is another fertile ground for these cognitive distortions. How often do we seek out sources that confirm what we already believe, reinforcing our existing worldview rather than challenging it? This is confirmation bias in full swing, creating echo chambers where dissenting opinions are filtered out and information contradicting our beliefs is dismissed as fake news. Furthermore, the way a story is presented, the words chosen, the statistics highlighted, can drastically alter our interpretation, a phenomenon known as the framing effect. A story about unemployment rates rising by 1% versus 99% of the workforce remains employed elicits vastly different emotional and intellectual responses, even though the underlying data is identical. These aren't isolated incidents. They are the pervasive undercurrents of our daily existence, silently shaping our realities. From choosing coffee based on its packaging, effect heuristic, to misjudging the likelihood of a rare event after a vivid news report, availability heuristic, the invisible hand of bias is perpetually at work. It's a constant, subtle theft of autonomy, leaving us to believe we are making free, rational choices when, in reality, we are often merely following predetermined cognitive scripts. Understanding these insidious operations is the first, crucial step in reclaiming control and untangling ourselves from the web of unconscious deceptions that routinely hijack our best intentions and critical decisions. If biases subtly shape what we buy or what news we believe, what then happens when these unseen forces infiltrate the most intimate corners of our existence? What if the very fabric of our friendships, our romantic pursuits, and even the deepest bonds we forge are not entirely products of free will or conscious compatibility, but rather a complex tapestry woven from cognitive shortcuts? We navigate the social landscape believing we choose companions based on shared values or genuine connection. Yet beneath this veneer of intentionality lies a sophisticated interplay of biases, silently dictating who enters our inner circle and who remains at arm's length, often for reasons we can barely comprehend. Consider, for instance, the insidious grip of confirmation bias within our friendships. Once we decide someone is a good friend, our minds actively seek out and prioritize information supporting this initial assessment. We forgive their minor transgressions more readily, interpret ambiguous actions in the most charitable light, and dismiss contradictory evidence as an anomaly. This isn't malicious, it's our brain's efficiency, reinforcing existing beliefs to maintain cognitive harmony. Yet, this constant filtering creates echo chambers within our social circles, where dissenting opinions are unconsciously suppressed, blinding us to potential red flags or hindering genuine growth within those relationships. In the realm of romance, another powerful distortion takes center stage: the halo effect. This bias dictates that if we perceive someone to possess one positive trait, perhaps they are physically attractive, charismatic, or successful, we automatically, and often unconsciously, attribute other unrelated positive qualities to them. A handsome stranger must be kind, intelligent, and trustworthy. A charming conversationalist, surely a loyal partner. This mental shortcut saves effort, but often leads us into relationships based on idealized projections, rather than genuine understanding. We fall for the halo, rather than the complex individual beneath, setting ourselves up for disappointment when reality fails to match our biased, inflated expectations. Beyond individual relationships, our social circles are profoundly shaped by in-group bias. This ancient tribal instinct compels us to favor those within our perceived group, family, friends, colleagues, or even online communities. While viewing outsiders with suspicion or indifference, we inherently trust us more, share more readily, and are quicker to defend our own. Conversely, they become abstract, less empathetic figures, their motives questioned, their actions scrutinized more harshly. This unconscious division strengthens bonds within our chosen groups, fostering solidarity and belonging, but simultaneously erects invisible barriers between different factions, fueling misunderstandings and even conflict, all without conscious decree. These biases, from the subtle reinforcement of friendships to the idealized projections of romance and the tribal loyalty of groups, are not mere quirks. They are fundamental operating principles, a hidden code influencing the very essence of human connection. They dictate who we love, who we trust, and who we exclude, often overriding our conscious intentions and rational judgments. Understanding these invisible forces is the first step towards truly choosing our relationships, towards seeing others not through a distorted lens of our own making, but with a clarity that allows for deeper, more authentic bonds. The question then becomes, how much of your social world is truly your choice, and how much is merely a reflection of these ancient powerful biases? From the subtle whispers guiding our personal choices, we now step into the stark, illuminated halls of the corporate world, where these very same invisible forces don't just influence, they dictate. Here, the stakes are profoundly higher. A single biased decision can derail a career, shatter a team's morale, or even collapse an entire enterprise. We're talking about the silent saboteurs lurking within every resume pile, every interview room, every boardroom debate. These aren't just abstract psychological concepts. They are the unseen architects of professional destinies, shaping who gets hired, who gets promoted, and ultimately, who holds the reins of power. The professional landscape, far from being a pure meritocracy, is often a minefield of unconscious assumptions and snap judgments. Consider the hiring process, often hailed as objective, yet riddled with pitfalls. The gut feeling about a candidate? More often than not, it's a cocktail of biases. The halo effect, where one positive trait overshadows everything else. Affinity bias, favoring those who remind us of ourselves. Or confirmation bias, actively seeking information to validate an initial impression. A candidate from a lesser-known university, or one who doesn't fit the traditional mold, might be unconsciously screened out, regardless of superior qualifications. Think of the brilliant minds overlooked, not due to lack of skill, but because they didn't fit the mold. A mold often cast by our own subconscious prejudices, robbing companies of innovation and diverse perspectives. But the journey doesn't end with getting a foot in the door. The ladder to success is equally treacherous. Promotions, leadership opportunities, and critical projects are often distributed through an opaque lens, filtered by biases like the horns effect, where one perceived negative trait taints an individual's entire performance, or the in-group favoritism that inadvertently benefits those already similar to the decision-makers. It's why certain groups struggle to break through the glass ceiling, not because of capability, but because the unconscious mind of leadership gravitates towards familiarity, towards those who look the part in a way that resonates with their pre-existing internal frameworks, stifling true potential and equitable growth. Even in the seemingly logical realm of negotiations and strategic decision-making, bias holds insidious sway. The anchoring effect, for instance, can dictate the entire trajectory of a salary discussion or a multi-million-dollar deal. The first number mentioned, even if arbitrary, becomes an unconscious benchmark, pulling subsequent offers and counter-offers towards it. Then there's loss aversion, a powerful bias that makes us fear losing something we already have more than we desire gaining something new. This can lead companies to cling to failing projects, pour good money after bad, or resist crucial innovations, simply because the pain of letting go of an existing investment feels greater than the potential reward of a bold, new venture. It's a silent drain on resources and progress. The cumulative effect of these pervasive biases is not merely academic, it's devastating. We've seen countless corporations struggle with diversity, not because they don't value it, but because their internal systems are unknowingly rigged by bias. Talent leaves, innovation stagnates, and market share erodes, all while leadership scratches its head, wondering why their objective processes aren't yielding results. From tech giants overlooking female founders to financial institutions perpetuating homogeneous leadership, the cost of unconscious bias is measured in lost potential, diminished profits, and a profound erosion of fairness. Unmasking these biases isn't just about ethics. It's about unlocking true competitive advantage and ensuring a future where merit truly reigns supreme. We've seen how unconscious biases subtly derail careers and distort business decisions. But what happens when these insidious mental shortcuts permeate the very fabric of justice, determining fate and freedom? The stakes escalate dramatically when our ingrained prejudices, often invisible even to ourselves, begin to paint the innocent with the brushstrokes of guilt. This isn't merely about missed opportunities. It's about the profound, often tragic, cost of assumptions that become systemic, leading to a chilling erosion of fairness and equity. The true danger lies not just in what we consciously believe, but in the deeply embedded associations that operate in the shadows of our minds, shaping perceptions with a silent, yet devastating, power. At the heart of this darker manifestation lies implicit bias, those automatic, unconscious associations we hold about various social groups. Unlike explicit bias, which is overt prejudice, implicit bias functions below the radar of our conscious awareness, influencing our judgments and actions, without deliberate intent. It's the split-second decision a police officer makes, the snap judgment a juror forms, or the subtle skepticism a teacher harbors, all fueled by deeply ingrained cultural stereotypes. These are not necessarily malicious thoughts, but rather learned patterns of association that can equate certain demographics with criminality, incompetence, or untrustworthiness, often with devastating real-world consequences. To truly unmask these hidden prejudices, psychologists develop tools like the implicit association test, or IAT. These ingenious experiments don't ask what you think you believe, but rather measure the speed of your automatic associations between concepts like good and bad with various social groups. The results are often startling, revealing that even individuals who consciously advocate for equality harbor implicit biases that contradict their stated beliefs. It's a stark reminder of how deeply societal conditioning can embed itself within our cognitive architecture. If this exploration into the hidden mechanics of the mind fascinates you, please take a moment to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us uncover more of these crucial truths. The leap from a subtle, unconscious association to overt discrimination and systemic injustice is disturbingly short. Imagine a resume with an ethnic-sounding name versus one with a traditionally Western name, both identical in qualifications. Studies consistently show the former receives significantly fewer callbacks. Or consider the justice system, where implicit biases can influence everything from eyewitness identification to sentencing. A defendant's race, socioeconomic status, or even perceived attractiveness can unconsciously sway a jury or judge, leading to disparities in conviction rates and severity of punishment. These aren't isolated incidents. They are threads weaving a tapestry of systemic disadvantage, where the innocent are often condemned not by evidence, but by ingrained prejudice. This is the hidden price of innocence, a world where justice is not truly blind, but subtly skewed by the pervasive, unseen hand of bias. When implicit biases become institutionalized, they create self-perpetuating cycles of inequality, eroding trust in our institutions and perpetuating social divides. Wrongful convictions, discriminatory hiring practices, and unequal access to resources are not mere anomalies. They are symptoms of a deeper ailment, a societal blind spot that allows prejudice to flourish under the guise of objectivity. Understanding these disturbing tendencies is the first, crucial step towards dismantling systems that perpetuate injustice, demanding a conscious effort to challenge our own automatic judgments and strive for a truly equitable world. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of human bias, unveiling its insidious power to corrupt judgment, distort perception, and even perpetuate injustice. The weight of this realization can be heavy, almost paralyzing, as if our own minds are working against us. But what if I told you there's a map to navigate this treacherous terrain? A secret manual to disarm the very lies your own mind tells you? A guide to reclaiming agency over your thoughts and decisions? This isn't about eradicating bias entirely, an impossible feat for our wired brains, but about recognizing its whispers before they become shouts, and its shadows before they consume the light of reason. The first step on this path to mental liberation is radical self-observation. It's about becoming an impartial witness to your own thoughts, a detective in the intricate crime scene of your consciousness. Imagine your mind as a bustling city, and your biases are the hidden alleys and dark corners where preconceptions lurk. To truly understand them, you must first acknowledge their existence, not with judgment, but with a detached curiosity. This means paying attention, not just to what you think, but how you think, and more importantly, why you might be thinking it. Tracing the origins of your immediate reactions and long-held beliefs. This is where the ancient practice of mindfulness becomes an indispensable weapon in our arsenal. Mindfulness isn't just about calming the mind. It's about sharpening its focus, developing an acute awareness of the present moment without attachment or aversion. By regularly observing your thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations as they arise and pass, you begin to create a crucial space between stimulus and response. This space is where power lies, the power to intercept a nascent bias before it solidifies into a belief, to question a snap judgment before it dictates an action, and to separate objective reality from subjective interpretation. It's a mental dojo where you train yourself to notice the subtle shifts that precede a cognitive trap. Think of specific mental exercises that act as early warning systems. When you find yourself experiencing an unusually strong emotional reaction to a piece of information, or an immediate, unwavering conviction about a person or situation, pause. Ask yourself, what assumptions am I making right now? What evidence am I ignoring? Am I seeking information that confirms what I already believe? Or am I genuinely open to disconfirming evidence? These are the red flags, the subtle shifts in cognitive processing that indicate your brain might be preparing to deploy a pre-programmed shortcut, a bias in the making. It's in these moments of heightened internal activity that our defenses are most vulnerable and our biases most potent. Another powerful technique involves actively seeking out diverse perspectives. If you're about to make a decision, consciously list the viewpoints of those who might disagree with you. Better yet, engage with them directly, not to argue, but to understand. This isn't about changing your mind every time, but about deliberately challenging your confirmation bias and anchoring effects. Train your mind to identify the feeling of certainty that arises too quickly, the urge to categorize, the impulse to dismiss. This is your secret manual unfolding, a systematic approach to deconstructing the internal narratives that limit your potential and distort your reality. The journey begins now, with the courage to look inward and confront the architects of your own perception. We've explored the subtle art of self-observation, learning to spot the shadow of bias before it fully obscures our judgment. But merely recognizing these mental traps is only half the battle. The true mastery lies in actively disarming them, in reaching into the intricate machinery of our minds and consciously reorganizing the gears of thought. This isn't a passive exercise in awareness, it's an assertive act of mental intervention, a deliberate redirection of our cognitive pathways when they threaten to lead us astray. It's about transforming the fleeting moment of realization into a powerful catalyst for change, shifting from simply seeing the problem to proactively solving it in real time. This is where the real trick of the mind begins, turning awareness into agency. One of the most potent weapons in this cognitive arsenal is the simple yet profound technique of considering the opposite. When confronted with a belief or a conclusion that feels undeniably right, pause. Instead of reinforcing it, actively seek out evidence or arguments that would prove it wrong. Imagine your current conviction is entirely baseless. What would a compelling counterargument look like? What data points, perspectives, or alternative interpretations might challenge your initial stance? This isn't about self-doubt, but systematically dismantling the protective bubble of confirmation bias, forcing your mind to entertain possibilities it would otherwise instinctively reject. It's a deliberate act of intellectual humility, broadening your mental landscape. Beyond internal deliberation, the external world offers an invaluable mirror to our biases, diverse feedback. We are inherently prone to surrounding ourselves with those who echo our views, reinforcing existing thought patterns. To truly mitigate bias, we must deliberately seek out dissenting opinions, perspectives from different backgrounds, cultures, and experiences. Actively invite criticism, not just praise. Ask someone known for their alternative viewpoint to poke holes in your plan. This isn't comfortable, but discomfort is often the crucible of clarity. By exposing our nascent ideas to a spectrum of thought, we uncover blind spots we couldn't possibly perceive from within our own echo chamber, enriching understanding and fortifying decisions against unseen flaws. Perhaps the most fundamental, yet often overlooked, strategy is the power of the pause. In our fast-paced world, immediate reaction is often celebrated, but wisdom resides in the space between stimulus and response. Before making a crucial decision, sending an impulsive email, or forming a definitive judgment, consciously introduce a delay. This isn't procrastination, it's incubation. Allow your initial emotional surge to subside. Give your slower, more rational prefrontal cortex a chance to engage. This brief interlude creates a vital buffer, a window to apply techniques like considering the opposite, or to recall diverse feedback. It transforms a reactive moment into a reflective one, ensuring actions are guided by conscious thought, not automatic prejudice. These active strategies, considering the opposite, seeking diverse feedback, and mastering the pause, are not mere mental exercises. They are a profound re-engineering of your cognitive process. By consciously engaging with these tools, you transform your mind from a passive receiver of biased information into an active architect of truth. This empowers you to navigate complexity, make sounder judgments, and ensure every decision you make is truly your own, free from the hidden manipulations of your own mind. While our personal battle against bias is crucial, a silent revolution is unfolding on a grander stage. Companies, institutions, and governments now recognize that unconscious bias isn't just an individual failing, but a systemic challenge woven into our very structures. This profound realization is prompting a shift from mere awareness to active reconstruction. Leaders understand that even well-intentioned people can perpetuate inequality within biased systems. This necessitates a fundamental re-engineering of how decisions are made, resources allocated, and opportunities distributed, moving beyond personal introspection to reshape the world around us. In the corporate realm, performative diversity initiatives are being replaced by robust, evidence-based strategies. Forward-thinking organizations are investing in comprehensive diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) training that goes beyond simple awareness. These programs now delve into actionable techniques for identifying and mitigating biases in real-time scenarios, often incorporating implicit association tests and scenario-based learning. The goal is to foster genuine behavioral change, creating cultures where psychological safety allows open dialogue about bias, and where accountability for inclusive practices is a shared, measurable responsibility across all levels. Perhaps the most impactful transformation lies in redesigning core operational processes themselves. Recruitment, performance reviews, and promotion pathways are meticulously re-engineered to strip away subjective elements where bias thrives. This includes blind application reviews, standardized interview questions, and requiring diverse panels for critical hiring decisions. Some organizations leverage AI, not to replace human judgment, but to flag biased language in job descriptions or analyze historical data for discriminatory patterns. These technological and procedural guardrails make it significantly harder for unconscious biases to derail meritocratic outcomes, fostering a more equitable playing field. This systemic overhaul isn't confined to the private sector. Governments and public institutions are increasingly embedding fairness into policy and service delivery. Justice systems now implement bias awareness for law enforcement and judicial staff. Public health initiatives address disparities rooted in systemic inequities. Educational bodies review curricula to ensure inclusive representation and challenge perpetuating stereotypes. These large-scale efforts, though often slow and complex, are crucial. They ensure societal structures themselves become active agents of equity, dismantling the silent enablers of prejudice within their very foundations. This silent revolution is a testament to humanity's capacity for self-correction and progress. It's a continuous, often unseen, battle against the ingrained patterns of the past, unfolding in boardrooms, legislative chambers, and classrooms worldwide. The ultimate vision is a world where decisions are made with greater objectivity and empathy, where opportunities are genuinely equitable, and where the full potential of every individual can flourish, unhindered by unconscious biases. This transformative journey is far from over, but the foundations for a more just and discerning future are being laid, one redesigned process and informed mind at a time. Our journey through the mind's intricate landscape has revealed the profound impact of unconscious biases, from subtle confirmation leanings to anchoring's powerful grip. We've explored how these mental shortcuts shape our realities and how institutions now actively re-engineer decision processes. This wasn't merely academic, it was an awakening. For too long, our internal compasses were set by invisible forces, guiding us without consent. With this newfound awareness, the dynamic shifts. We transition from unwitting passengers to deliberate navigators of our cognitive destiny, charting a course toward intellectual freedom. This isn't just about avoiding pitfalls, it's about seizing control. The true power of this journey lies in the profound shift it enables within each of us. Understanding our thought mechanisms unlocks unprecedented agency. Imagine decisions made not by knee-jerk reactions, but by careful consideration, informed by challenging our own perspectives. This awakened mind isn't infallible. but acutely aware of its fallibility, constantly refining understanding. It's the difference between a leaf in the wind and a seasoned sailor. This mastery over our internal world translates directly into better choices, stronger relationships, and a deeper sense of personal integrity, transforming daily life. And the ripple effect extends far beyond the individual. A society populated by minds less susceptible to manipulation, more open to diverse viewpoints, and committed to objective truth is poised for unprecedented progress. The quiet revolution in boardrooms and policy chambers finds its true strength in the collective consciousness of its citizens. When each of us commits to this ongoing practice of self-awareness, we collectively build a more empathetic, just, and innovative world. It's a silent revolution whose tremors will reshape the foundations of our shared future, fostering true understanding where division once thrived. This profound journey, however, is not a destination. It is a continuous practice. The human mind is a dynamic, ever-evolving entity, requiring consistent training, just like our bodies, to remain vigilant against subtle distortions. The ultimate secret, then, is not some hidden knowledge, but the consistent application of self-awareness, the unwavering commitment to questioning, seeking, and growing. It is the realization that true control isn't found in dictating external circumstances, but in mastering our internal responses. This is the freedom of a mind truly in control, liberated from cognitive bias. But what if these biases, these shortcuts we've meticulously dissected, are merely symptoms of a deeper, more fundamental mechanism? What if the very fabric of our perception, how we construct reality, holds an even more astonishing secret, a master key that unlocks not just freedom from bias, but an entirely new dimension of understanding? Join us next time as we venture beyond the known, into the uncharted territories of consciousness itself, exploring the ultimate frontier, how our minds don't just interpret reality, but actively create it. Subscribe now, and don't miss this groundbreaking exploration into the very nature of existence.